Hi friends, welcome back. So today I'm going to be setting up my journal, which is my Planner Perfect book for the month of November. And I am using a bunch of the Moss and Mirth collection from Coco Daisy. I have a bunch more over here to throw in, so I've just kind of been piecing through. I always use my Excel Mama plans, some of her stickers, her dates. I love these, her calendar, and some of her what are these called? November scripts. Okay, I can't think right now. So anyway, so I'll show you guys all the stuff that I'm kind of thinking of. Put these aside for a moment. This is what I pick. So I do not get these sub boxes because I like the square grid, and you cannot get those in the sub boxes. So I go ahead and just pick out what I want. I usually do like 3 months at a time, 2 or 3 months at a time to save on shipping. And then I just, pick the artwork that I liked. And I thought this pear was really, really pretty, because I have this really pretty pumpkin one for October, and I have loved it. So I wanted to kind of do a little bit deeper, richer colors for November. So that's what I picked. I think it's really, really pretty. I love the back. Back of it. It's pretty stiff because I haven't opened it yet. Yeah, this is the full sheet. Sometimes you can't see the back page on her website, but that's really, really super pretty, I think. And I'm loving it. So I've already cut off the little strings on the outside, and I'm just going to cut these off here as well. There we go. Okay. And then I'm just going to show you guys this really quickly. Like I said, I'm just a square grid person. I think it started with the Hobonichi and then kind of went from there. But this is what I picked. It says Write a Better Story, in case you have never seen these. I also want to count the pages in here so I can kind of figure out my setup for what I'm going to do. So this is my journal. I do a lot of study notes in here, but I also like journaling. So you have the 2 gold page. Wait, where's the monthly? Here it is. So you have your monthly, which is a Sunday start. So I always redate this to a Monday start. And then you should have 4 gold pages, which I like to use for a seasonal living. And then you have your month. So I only use this in the month of November. So this will be completely different. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but I will just use the 1st and the 2nd. And I will do full days because I don't need split days on the days. I really don't love the split days, but you guys, I like the bigger size of this insert. So other than having it all in 1 week. And then you get 2 blank pages per day for every day of the week. It used to be only Monday through Friday, then you just got 1 page Saturday and Sunday, but she changed it. So I have all these other pages in here because of these days. So that's great for me. So I wanted to count out and see what I actually wanted to do. So I think I'm going to use these I'm going to leave them blank is what I'm going to end up doing. But okay, this is just a setup video. So I'm just kind of thinking out my process right now. And all I'm going to do is just kind of set up the inside part of it that I always set up like I did for October. I have these little setups in here. So that's all I'm going to really do is kind of set up my monthly and then set up my little inside here part that I do. So again, let me show you guys what I have. I have the Coco Daisy, and I pretty much bought all the things for Coco Daisy for this month. So I have the acetate, which I think is just lovely. And then I also have this really pretty plaid, which is really, really pretty as well. So I'm excited to go with this green route. And then I have the pocket, the larger pocket I use for this particular book. And I've already shown you these from Excel Mama plans. I have her shop listed below with my coupon code. I'll use those. These are actually going to mostly be on the dailies. Although I think I'm going to pull one of these into the monthly. Yeah. So this one too, maybe in the front. These are the dailies, but I just didn't want to lose it. I wanted to keep it and put it in the pocket. So I have a monthly card here because I usually have been taking my standard book from Coco Daisy and kind of inserting that in here, but I didn't buy a standard this time, so I only have my weeks, which I want to use in a different way. So yeah, so I think I'm going to pull this in. I'm not sure yet. These are the sample cards, which are really pretty. Oh, whoops. These are ones I picked, I think. Like Hello November. I'm grateful for. This is the pen test. And this is the collection card. I can't remember what I pulled this one for. I think these are for this book, so I'm going to put them aside. I'm getting all my things separated, so it gets kind of confusing. But I do pull from this. I'm going to use this. Yeah, I'm going to use this one this month. I'm pretty sure. We shall see what I end up doing with that. And then I don't think I need these. This goes in my other one. I'm just kind of figuring all this out. This one is what I use on my weeks in here. This is just some deco. Okay, so let me gonna put these aside. This one and this one aside for now. So that's what I have that I'm kind of working with. These are some of my ideas anyway for this month. And then I did want to share covers because I hear when I watch any Planner Perfect videos, people share covers and they always share Planner Perfect leathers, which are really pretty. And I have bought an A5 one before, but they're expensive to me and I just, I can't justify the price right now. So I've been using these Wandering covers. They are from Amazon. I think they're like $25, $30. And this one is the artichoke color, and I used it all of October because I thought it went really, really pretty. So I just want to give you guys some other options instead of Planner Perfect, but I thought that this was really pretty. Let me take these out for a moment. I thought this was really pretty to go with this one. It's called Artichoke, but I do have, there's like 4 different colors. There's an oat, red, artichoke, and then a brown. But I have the brown and I've never used it, and the brown is suede. Where is it? Right here. It's super soft, but it almost looks like a green to me. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this one because I think it'll be really pretty with this one as well. So anyway, even though it's called brown, but it has like a greenish tinge to it. But I think it's really, really pretty. This one's suede and this one's pebbled leather. So they are a little bit different. But yeah, anyway, so that's kind of just some options, you guys, if you are looking for other planners. Also, I do have some Traveler's Notebook covers. And I have olive in that one as well. I think I have olive and brown, but anyway, I love these, you guys. I don't know why, I just have really, really enjoyed them. So I did want to share that because I think it's fun to share other ideas other than just, this standard stuff. So, okay, we're gonna get into setting this up. So I need to get my cutting tool, which is here. And then I don't know if I kept my, oh, I think I did, it's in here. I'm still finishing up my daily pages from October, my October dailies. So I haven't finished that yet. I need to get caught up on those. I have them printed out, I just need to finish them. But let me see, I think I put in here, I think I put I hope I did. Let me see really quickly. Here it is, my very thin double-sided tape that I use. So I just have so much stuff going on right now on the side. Okay, so let's get into it now that I know what I'm doing. So my thought was, because I like to have like a calendar that I tick off. So I'm thinking I just want to put this one here instead of doing like I always have done before. And then I don't know if I want to use the acetate over this or just the vellum. I think maybe just the vellum this side. So I think I will really like this one. And do I want to, let's see if I want to do, I always set them up pretty much the same. So, and I'm okay with that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. I'm just trying to decide if I want to put it towards the end or towards the top and kind of how that looks. Or do I want to, I have all the different washi tapes over here as well from all the different things I have. Do I want to frame it with like the wood? Like that. I think it would take 2 rows of framing maybe. I think I'm gonna do it this way. So let's go ahead and do that. So anyway, how are you guys doing? Are you guys excited for November? It is obviously Thanksgiving month for the US, and so I'm getting excited to spend time in the kitchen cooking and hanging out with my kids and all the things. There we go. Whoops. There we go. So I have a lot of my November is going to be super busy for me because I have a bunch of different, I usually stay someplace for like a month at a time, but I'm moving a bunch this month. I also have a work retreat thing. So I have a lot going on this month, plus Thanksgiving. So anyway, I hope that I can accomplish everything that I have set out on my goals this month, and it's a lot, so we'll see. This is the clip that came with the kit. I love these, and it's a heavy duty clip. I use these all the time. I always have one in my bag, so I was really excited to get another one. So I love it that I was able to get that. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and set this down here. And I do have a really cute washi cutter that came in the kit too. Guys, I got overwhelmed because I got so much stuff in this kit because I'm doing recipe books as well. I thought it'd be really fun to do recipe books. So I haven't really looked through everything all the way, and I'm okay with it. It's just a lot. Okay, I'm kind of use that as a thing. Let me see how this looks now with that. Yeah. Oh man, I think I want to put this, I just kind of want to frame the whole thing in now that I can see there's going to be extra white. So let me see. There we go. Where's my clip that I'm using for a washi cutter? There we go. I really love this planner, and so if I don't have time to set up any other planner, it's always going to be this one first because it's really my journal and it's what I'm in the most. And I really, really like it. And I didn't expect to like the paper and everything so much, but I really like the difference because I've been using, I guess, the Tomoe River paper for so long that I'm just loving the difference in paper. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I feel like that looks really good. Okay, so I'm actually going to use, because I really don't want this to move, so I'm going to use my double-sided tape. This is super, super thin. Is it what? 1.5 millimeter. So it's really thin. It works really well. It doesn't, I use this to tip in things too. I just find it to be awesome. Awesome. So if you don't want to use glue, this works great. But I'm getting ready for a bunch of different goals, a bunch of different things for the next year, kind of trying to plan out all of that. And I kind of start the assessment here. I've already kind of started it in October, and then I'm going to go more into November while I'm trying to push and finish all my goals. And I don't know. I know a lot of people, some people don't like goals, but I do. I feel like it's a roadmap for my life. Kind of helps me. Also, I feel like helps me to live intentionally. So, I don't know. You can use them however you want to use them, but I really like the idea of living intentionally. So, there we go. Let me get this side going. Oops. This lasts forever as well. So I've actually got this from, found this from another YouTuber. I think her name was Rachel, and she doesn't do YouTube videos anymore. I want to say it was Rachel, from Rachel Beauty Plans. So I know she's working or whatever. At least I think that's what she said when she stopped. But she was really good. She was really fun. And she did the B6stology, which I love. I just love like regular notebooks. I don't know. I love that you can do whatever you want with them too. Okay, so let me pull up the red. See if I can do this without pulling up the the double-sided tape. There we go. It sticks to me. There we go, got it off. Let's get this going. I'm hoping that this turns out really good because it's in my brain how I want it. But anyway, I've just really enjoyed these pages, but I found that I wanted extra pages for other things. So not just my study, for like personal stuff. So I feel like this will give me the best of both worlds, I'm thinking, by having those extra pages in here. So let me see, how did I want to put this down? I think like that maybe? Yeah, there. I'm just gonna use my tweezers. I'm just gonna push that down really good. Yeah, that looks good. Yay. I will round the corners, of course. That is so cute. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I feel like this would be cuter than the acetate, but let me see which one. I don't know, that acetate's really cute too. Acetate or vellum? I think I'm going to use the acetate. So now I just need to decide if I want to use this section. It's going to be this one. And I'm already going to mark. I can see where I want to cut it. Okay. So let's go ahead and cut this. There. And then I'm going to eyeball the top. It doesn't have to be 100% straight for me, but there we go. Let's see if that is close enough. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, move this out of the way. I will go ahead and save my vellum for my one of my other setups then. That works great for me. So let's go ahead and put this aside so I don't ruin it. And I'm also going to save the rest of this acetate because I'll use that in another setup. I don't ever, like, usually waste anything. It's not my jam. I don't like to waste anything. Okay, so let's go ahead and just use this double-sided tape again to put on the corner here. That's going to go next to the book. There we go, almost done. There we go. And my scissors again. Whoops, did I get it on there? Nope, just stuck. Okay, you just have to be careful when you put this back because I have got it stuck to this before and then it is really hard. It's a pain to try and get off. So I'm gonna go ahead and rub this down and then pull that off. There we go. Okay. Yeah. And then I do want to set it on the edge here first. So I'm going to do that. There we go. And kind of like that. And then it should lift up and I can tip those off. And that's really all I'm using it for. And then I'm going to take the corners and I don't have a rounder, a corner rounder. I just use my scissors and follow the rounding of the book. I find that works sufficiently for me. There we go. Okay. So that intro page is done. That looks really good, I think. I like it. I like it. I was worried I wouldn't like it going the other direction, but I do. So now let's take the pocket. And I always open the side. And I don't need much, but I just need a little bit off the side here. Let's see if that's enough. That is enough. And put this down. So I'm debating on getting the sub box from the Planner Perfect sub box because, there we go, that looks really good. Because I want some of their stuff, but where did I put, here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and put these right away in here because that's what I use on my weeklies. So I want that to be there. And then we're gonna get into this one here. I'll use those in a moment. And I think I'm just gonna use the washi tape and some of the stickers that came with this one. Let me pull these over here. I just grabbed the white ones that are already here. So these, I think I'm going to spill from those, but I am going to use the numbers and stuff in here to redate all of this. So let's go ahead and get my white out. I'm just a Monday start girl. It's just the way it is now. So I can't do it. And then because I have all of my calendars now on Monday start, even my digital ones, I switched my calendar on my computer and everything on my phone. It's all that way. So I'm afraid if I start, having one here and there, it would mess me up. So this one is going to be over here. So I'll have to white that whole thing out, which annoys me, but we'll make it work for now. Okay, so which one of these do I want to use? I think I'm going to use, I've used a couple of these in my other, I really like this one. Let's go ahead and just use this one. Oh, do I want to put it there? So Saturday will be here, so it'll move up to here. I'm trying to think if I want to put it down. I don't. Okay. Because I could just put this down here and then keep that November. But no, never mind. What am I saying? I have this really cute, this is what I wanted to pull from this one. Okay, so never mind. So let's go. I'm going to put this. I'm rethinking everything, so just a second. Because I think I want to pull in yeah, I do want to. Okay, so I'm going to pull in my days of the week from Exo Mama Plans. I think I'm just going to use what I already have here. I just want to see if that Wednesday will fit. It will. So let's just use this set right here. Okay. Let's go ahead and use these. So, and I might want to brand a thin piece. No, you know what? It'll look cute without anything. This will cover up all the white out. Okay. That's what I was worried about, but it looks good. Wednesday can go here. Oh, this is version 2 as well, you guys, if you're looking for this set from her shop. I feel like I need to move this one over just a tad. So I could move Wednesday over because it's kind of squished over there. Even though it's not going to line up perfectly, I don't mind. Like that. It still looks really good. Okay. And then here's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah, this is version 2. She has all different sizes. And as you guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, I adore her. Love her shop, love her stuff. Okay, so here's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Right here. All right. There we go. Okay. So now, do I want to put this across the top of this, which is what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think I want to do that. So let me see if I actually have the washi cutter that came with the kit. I can actually use it. I don't know where oh, maybe it's in my bag. Did I throw it in here? I did. This is the washi cutter, and it was actually tagged a washi cutter. So this is a washi cutter from Coco Daisy. It says Write a Better Story, which I do love that as well. But I don't use this as a planner. It is a journal. So there we go. That looks really good. And then do I want to use this one? For some reason I want to use this one. So I keep wanting to use this one on all my setups, but this might be too busy. And actually I'm thinking it might be too busy. Hang on a second. Let me see. I'm going to reuse, I want to use these to redate it, or these. I think I'm going to use these. Let me try and see if this is too big. It doesn't really matter because I only use it for certain things. So this should be fine. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. So I can put November right there if I want to. So I just kind of pull this down to kind of lift all these up, so it's just really easy for me to grab like that and then just redate it. And I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me lay all these down, so I will lay them all down and come right back. Okay, I have all of my numbers laid down. I've already whited this out, but I don't really want to white out that line, so I'm just going to leave it alone. And maybe put a little deco right there. Let's see, I see the mushroom. Maybe a little mushroom curve. Let's see how that will look. Yeah, that's cute. And then I'll end up putting something over here too, probably this one, because I feel like it's the right size. That can go right here as well. Okay, that just covers up my whiteout. Now I need to decide, because I'm feeling like this one might be the wrong color for this. So I just love this one. I want to keep using it, but I think I want to use, actually I'm going to use this one because these colors go so pretty with this, and it's small enough that I feel like it can fit right up here. Oh, that's really cute. Okay, so then I have my November all set up. That's good, good, good. And then I will be putting, I think I'm gonna put a couple of different, like she has these in here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use them. I never use them. So, especially because it says Thanksgiving and clocks go back. So let's go ahead and do that. They go back this night. So I'm just gonna put it here. It's really that day, but I'm gonna put it here to remind myself at night. Honestly, I don't really look at this. Thanksgiving is what, the 28th? That this is really, I use it to just track other things. Okay, I really want to use it to track my reading, because I'm going to be finishing, I'm trying to finish the book, the Old Testament in this month, because Advent season starts for me on the 30th, and then I want to read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John and Acts all December. So that's it. And then anything else over here, I don't have any birthdays, hair appointment, nail appointment, I don't have any of that. So that should be good. That should be good for that one. Okay. So that is, I'm done with this part. I don't feel like I need any other of these, I don't think, for this section, because I'm going to use these in other dashboards over here. So I think what I'm going to do is, I don't know 100%. I was thinking about doing like I did. I really enjoyed this month how I had them. I had my book list of what I've completed, what I read, and then I had a seasonal living page. So I think I'm going to do the same over here. So I'm going to set up a seasonal living page, my book list, and then a seasonal living page. I'll probably end up doing that on a different video though. Okay. So let me put these aside for just a moment. I do want to use this as a tracker. I think I'm going to stick it in the very back here, because I want to, maybe I'll just do it in my monthly review. That's really a good idea. So I'm going to grab a couple of these, because I have more than one. Actually, let me put some washi down first. Not that one. Maybe this one. Not that one. Yeah, let's try this one. I haven't used this one yet. Where's the end? There it is. Maybe. So I love to use my dot markers and just dot off, and I'm going to use these for a couple of different, things here for journaling and for study and all that. Let's see if I can see the lines through the page. This is why I like the square grid, because you can see where you want to put things. So before I put that down, let me set this over here for just a second. I need to grab the other. I want to use, I think, 3 more calendars. So that looks pretty straight. And then I feel like I need to end this on the bottom as well. So let's go all the way down here. And just do that across the bottom as well. Okay. There we go. Okay, so then I have a couple of more of these trackers. Let me grab them. I think I bought 4, but I really, like I said, I like to use these to dot off. So I think I can fit 3. So let's put one here, one here. And then it gives me an extra one that I want for another area. Even though I don't always use the little trackers, I love these ones. And it's gonna cut off November. If I do that, do I really care? Hang on. Let me turn it so I can see. No, I don't really care. There we go. That looks really cute. And then, month in review, put these aside. But I always use these as well. And I want this in one more planner. So we'll use that in the other one. Okay. And then over here, just to fill in the gap, because I feel like it looks kind of empty, we're just gonna put a few little stickers here. And then let's do this one down here. And it gives me room that I can still write up here. I can write in the corner what each one is that I dot off. So that's cute. Okay. That's really cute. I want to put a November in here again, but I have all those, so I don't feel like I need it. And honestly, I'm going to go ahead, I think, because this is cut off right here, this November. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and white this out so that it doesn't look funny, cut off. And I might just go ahead and write in whatever it is I'm tracking right there. Anyway, there we go. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to use this to write in. Why not? I typically do not like to white out everything, but should I leave November on that one? Let's go ahead and take it off. I usually like to have the month left on here, so this is just because I covered that up. Otherwise, I would not be doing this. And that way I can, like I said, I'll write in here what I want to track. And I'm thinking now I can actually use my November month in review. Maybe I can't use this. Y'all, I want to use this so bad. Can you tell? But maybe I'll put it down here. Yeah, let's do that. That looks really cute. Okay. So then I'm going to use, I'm going to see how this writes over the Tombow. I mean, over the, yeah, the Tombow. So this one is my Bible. This is my study. And this one is my journal. There. That turned out really cute. This is the Tombow that came with the kit. It doesn't have a number on it, does it? No, it does not. So I apologize. I'm not sure what it is, but that looks really cute. So that is what I'm going to do for this month. So now let me set these aside so that I don't get confused. And what I want to do now is on my goal pages. I want this to be my book tracker. And I've done a couple different things, but I really like how I did it last month with the little tabs that I cut down, and then I used this to kind of go around it. So I want to grab some paper to use around the edges, and I have plenty of paper. So let me see. I actually just want the thinner paper, but I don't know if I can just get that. So these are all the thicker paper and the dashboards and all the, oh, here it is. This is the pad I was looking for. This comes with the Creative Kit. And I want the thinner paper. So let's go ahead and pick, I think I'm just gonna do 2 different patterns. Ooh, that's gorgeous. going to be accenting it with this one. So let's see. Not that one. Not that one. I think I'm going to use this one for the sides. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark it. I'm going to kind of compare it to what I did last month. And then just mark it. Okay, so I have these marked here. So let's cut that down. I'm sorry if this isn't all the way in frame, guys, but I'm just cutting on the little mark that I made. So I can have that. And then do I want to do this one? I actually think I want to do this side and keep the pattern as much as I can in. Oops, apologize for that noise. Okay, so this is my extra sheet, which I will use it in something else for sure. But I'm going to go ahead and glue these like this on either side of this. Yeah, that's how I want to do it. Okay, so let me grab my tape. And I just won't go to the very top of this one. But yeah, I really liked how I had it, so I want to do the same thing. And go all the way to the side and to the bottom. And I might need to tape a little bit more. I do. So let's go ahead and do that. I tried to make sure, oops, this way. There, and I can just cut that off the edge. And then we will do the same on this side. Where I want, this is the top, so I want that one. And then not the bottom. Whoops, that went over the edge. I just kind of, when I go over the edges, I just kind of fold it back. And usually it works for me. Okay, so then we're going to do exactly the same thing over here. I want the top to the edge. Do I need to put more tape? I do. There we go. And then I can just go ahead and cut this off. I really liked having like a little bookshelf here that I made, and it was really fun to kind of fill in. I didn't get it as filled in as I was hoping because I just didn't have as much time to read. But I'm going to be pretty serious about it this month because I need to finish. I need to see where I'm at. I don't even know how many books I have left to read. I think I'm almost, should be almost done. Okay. So there we go. That looks really good. Now I just need to find one for the top and bottom to kind of fill in that space. I'm thinking I might even just use that. Yeah, I think I'm just going to use this one. And I'm going to mark it. Okay, we'll cut two strips. I did this kind of off a little bit than I did last month, but it's okay. I did a little differently last month, but it's okay to switch it up a bit. Okay, so there's my two strips. That should be great. And I'll just save these. And I just kind of like to stick these in here. But I like the thinner paper for this book. I just love this one too. So should be good. Let me see. If I need to cut any off of it this way, I probably do. So let me measure that. I just, with this hump here, I don't know. So I think what I'm going to do is just glue this section down. Let's do that. So, whoops, wrong way. And then I do have glue, like wet glue that I can use, liquid glue. Actually, hopefully this will fit and not be bothering me the whole time. There. I think that'll be okay. And this won't be straight, but I honestly do not mind. I'm just gonna eyeball it and cut it down. There. And then I think I'm just gonna go ahead and measure this amount up here. So it's about the same. There we are. And then let's do this side. Yeah, that one should be about the same. Okay. There we go. I'm just kind of using my nail to kind of make it work over there. Okay, that one's a little bit short, but that's all right. Okay, that looks really cute. And then what I did was I never used the tabs, the larger tabs from the kit. Let me see which one has the tabs in it. From these, I never used the large. I used the smaller tabs, these ones, but I don't use the larger ones. So I took them, and I wanted to see how many books I'm actually going to finish. So let me look at my thing so I can see how many books I'll actually finish in. So I'll finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I'll finish 12, 13. I have 13 books. Yeah, I can do that. It's easy. Okay, let me see how many tabs I have. I might have to write the smaller ones in a different way. So let's see. I didn't get that many in for this month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6. 6 larger, and then I can do smaller ones. But let's just do 3 and 3 on my little bookshelf like I do. I'm going to take this one here, the smaller. If I can start with this. Starts. It's kind of my reading thing, my study. Wait, that doesn't start there. Oh my goodness. Here it is, I see it. Okay. And I liked having this go across the bottom, but I think I don't want it to go all the way across because I don't want it to cover up this. I don't feel like it needs to. So I'll just tear it here. And then I'm going to have it go across the bottom here. That will be cute. Actually, this one I'll have it go all the way across because that one's a neutral color. Doesn't need to be covered. There we go. And then I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just creating a bookshelf is what I'm doing here. Actually, let me wait because I'm going to end up putting the books there. So what I did last time, so these are self-adhesed. So it makes it so easy. So all I did was cut these in half, like right where it folds. Wait, is that what I did? Yeah, I cut actually right here. Okay, so I'm going to take off the backing. And then right where this comes across, you can see the line. I just went ahead and cut like that. And I turned it and did the same. This one you need to cut in just a tad more because it goes over just a tad. I don't care if these are 100% straight. It's not what it's about for me. I feel like I need to put, hang on. I feel like this is lighter than what I used before. So I think I'm gonna use 2 strips of washi. think that's a little bit better. So this one is, I don't want to put it right next to this, so let's put it next to this one. And then I made a book. I just didn't want to waste these because I haven't been using them, and I felt like it was a great way to utilize this. So, okay, so we're going to use 3 for the bottom and 3. Oh, yeah, 3 for the bottom. But a dark one and a dark one this way. Okay, so then just cut this off here. And I actually like the ones that are like this, that you can't tell which is up and which is down. I prefer those myself, but because it makes it easier to do. But I don't use these, and it looks so cute with my little bookshelf for this month, for October, that I just wanted to do it again. So that is a little bit crooked, so let me fix that really quickly while I can. There we go. That's cute. And then I'll put one over here on this side. Ends up looking like the spine of a book. When I use my marker as well on this, so I'll show you guys like what I'm talking about. Okay. We'll do this one here. I find it easier to peel these when you do the whole sheet, so that's why usually I do it like that. There, and then I just take my ruler. I have a couple of rulers. Let me grab one. And I'm going to just stick with this color that I came in the kit. And then what I did, oops, this is going to come down. I might need to glue that. But okay, so all I did was just make a little book bound edge, just like this, across. And then like one of them I would do a little bit darker or thicker, so it looked like they looked a little different. And this one I would just do 2 lines with on this side. And then you do one on the bottom, like that. And then it looks like a little bookshelf. And it's so cute. And I really, like I said, I really enjoyed it. Then I write on the middle here the name of the book that I finished. So let me just see. Yeah, I have enough room. Okay. And then I take this one. I just made my little bookshelf again. Like that. Is that enough space? Yeah. And I want to put this one at the top as well. So I'm just going to go over the very edge of it. And the book might go over it a little bit, but that's okay. Whoops. I truthfully should just rip these, but I kind of like it to be over the top of it. There. Yeah, I think I will kind of push that one with my, there. Okay, and so then I'll just do the same thing that I did with that, except for I'll just stagger. I'm missing one, there it is. I'm gonna put this one on this side, I think. Yeah, so then I'll just stagger and put like 1 over here and 2 over there. And then I'll put the little, I have the other, if I don't use the other little tabs, I'll put them in between, or I'll just use my stencil, because I do have a book stencil as well. But I just wanted to use this up because it comes in the kit. And I'm trying to use all the things. And to be honest, I should just use some paper that comes in the kit that I don't use. And I could just do that as well. Whoops, this way. And it just looks like you have like a cover on your book, which I like. see. There we go. I'll put this one over here. I don't want to put it quite towards the edge. It needs to go down a little bit more. There we go. And I think it looks really cute. Like I said. One more on this side, and then I'll just draw the little lines like I showed you guys. And then this setup is complete. And I need to take a few moments to decide what I'm going to do on this one, because I want to do a seasonal dashboard, but I think I'm going to do that in a separate video like I did for the month of October. So I want to get my list together and figure out all that, and then I want to figure out what I'm going to do with the extra pages as well, because I don't know yet what I'm going to do with that. But I'm excited to have extra pages. Okay, so then over here, oops, wrong side. So again, I'm just gonna take the little thicker, I hope the ruler isn't eating this up, but it looks like it might be. I just like to do the bottom around the same. Well, why isn't this, I think, let me get a different ruler. I have a problem sometimes with this ruler. I don't know why. Let me grab this one, there we go. Okay. My old trusty here. And then, let me see, it's about, what, there? I went all the way over, but I don't, it's okay. I don't know if it's even gonna show up on this one. And then up here, I just like to make the books look, the edges, the bindings look a little different. So I'm going to do this one extra wide. And then over here, just like that, and that should be good. So let me just do a walk through this and I'll show you guys what I have. So I have my front here with my pocket and my little countdown calendar there, my monthly ready to go, my bookshelf, and that in the back here with my trackers. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm wishing you guys a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.